Saints fans, line up the dome and welcome your New Orleans Saints!
On the Patriots sideline, head coach Mike Vrabel. His side hoping to stay above 500 after this week. They're 3-2 here today. On the opposing sideline, that's the Saints head coach. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt with you up here in the booth, and we have got safety Justin Reed handling our opening kick. And we're underway in Caesar Superdome. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's third overall pick. He started 12 games last year as a rookie. That's Drake May.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Finds Diggs right side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. The rookie from Michigan, there that time. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where faded favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time to go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters. That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is going to fall down the whole way to the turf. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that and executed in real time.
Collects this at the 32. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Katie's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Saints first down.
First down, and they go right back to it. And no repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play.
Here we go.
Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This time it's a passing play. Completes it to his running back, Zach Moss. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Saints.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Chased out to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Saints get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0.
What a great moment to celebrate and possibly educate this rookie as well, Kate. That's just tremendous effort. He shows off the speed that he has. If they'll go look at those tablets, they'll figure out if there was somewhere to throw it. But he showed you right there when there's not, well, this kid can run.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Patriots nothing.
Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Here's made in the air. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Receiver in motion, going left. Off the play action, May. Finds his man, it's Demario Douglas. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That throw behind his intended target.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They send a man in motion. May now on 3rd down. He'll get this to Henry. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Corey Gallis connects. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved the touchdown more.
A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. That's caught by Chris Olave. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, spot's at the 37. It's going to be third down.
That's a gain of 6.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and 2. Jones buys time, rolling right. That's the line he's going to run for it. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. That's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Bigsby. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, it's Jones to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Sends this to the end zone. And the coverage holds up. Nicely done. They were testing. They knocked it away in the end zone. That's going to bring up third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Jones now on third down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. Massive hit, the ball is out. And they steal it back on the return. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints throw their early lead to 13. That is the type of hit Brock delivered precisely to separate him from the football. And good luck to anybody trying to hold on through that.
And if you get a fumble on a return, a lot of times with how the personnel is displaced in position, you can find a lane for an immediate return. And sometimes that open space even extends the whole way to the end zone for 6.
Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
17. Patriots 3.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. On the return, here's Jones. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints swell their first quarter by 6. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
On is Little for the extra point.
The extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21.
Saints 24. Patriots 3.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. So first and 10 now from the 30. It's Henderson on the give. And just before he can get the first, they escort him out. So it's going to be second and looks like less than a yard.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 40-yard line.
May. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a New England first down. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. Our score already up 24-3. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10. They go play action. Here's May. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away.
Well, that's what you call making the best out of a pretty messy situation. You hate to give the ball away. But that's a tremendous effort to bring the defender down right away and minimize the damage with very little return.
And Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. He's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Jones upping the pace here.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Saints, first down.
And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
16 yards.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
79 Broncos.
First down throw by Jones. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5.
Brings up second and 24
Big
yards.
devices. 2 devices.
Jones now to throw. Complete to his back. Tank Bigsby. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard
Let's go now.
line.
From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones in the mountains are really very little statistically and identify what was needed, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.